Hello everybody, welcome back to some Control. Good God, am I ever having issues with my capture software? Not like it not capturing or something, or like the audio being cut out or anything, but getting it to go full screen. Like, I think I talked about this once before, forever ago. Like I have my Xbox hooked up to my computer and that's it. Like I don't have a separate screen that I'm playing on. I'm just playing on my computer through the capture software. Because the Elgato that I got is like the HD60S, which is like, let's see. In memory of the heroic agents who gave their lives to forces unknown and unknown for the protection and greater knowledge of all humankind, we honor their sacrifice. Well, they actually have names on here, so I wonder if these are like developers or something, maybe? I don't know. I'd have to look at the developers to find that out. But, yeah, I just play it on my computer screen through the software. But for some reason lately, I've been having... Okay. Can they even get to me? Nope. Weird. Couldn't just die from that, eh? Now the question is, did I just disable, else is there something? Oh, just more clean agents. But yeah, I don't know why I've been having so much trouble. I finally got fed up with it enough to Google it, and I couldn't really find anything that worked or that answered my question, because it's like, how does it go full screen? But then, the capture software has a full screen, and then the game footage has a full screen that it can go to, and it's the game footage, but it's hard to... most of the answers I got involved just like the software itself not going full screen. Okay, are these infinite? Because that doesn't seem likely to happen in this game. But this seems like too much. Unless there's something else spawning them. Wow, that was a lot of fucking exploders, man. Like, good God, if I had actually walked around to there, like, that would have been ridiculous. But yeah, like, I ended up getting fed up and looking up, and eventually I found a thing that we're talking about where F10, oh, cool, with medical wing, is supposed to put the gameplay into full screen. And, I have this weird thing happen where it doesn't put it into full screen. Like, I'll hit F10, it won't go into full screen. But I'll hit F10 again, and it'll put it into full screen for like a split second as it brings it back. Like, it'll take it out of full screen despite not being in full screen, if that makes sense. Like, if you saw it, you would understand. Because, like, I hit F10, nothing happens. It's still in, like, the smaller window. I hit F10 again, and it immediately goes full screen just to shrink back down into the regular window, right? It's very weird. I don't understand what the problem is, and it takes me forever to fix it. Because before, right, like, for the most part, you click on the game footage, and then it'll just, like, after a second, it'll become full screen, right? It's like, oh, clearly this is, as long as your mouse is on there, right? And then you move your mouse, and it, oh, there's another level 6 door. But, like, you move your mouse, and then, it'll go back to the windowed mode or whatever, right? And, but that hadn't been working either. Which is why, like, you know, I'd sit here and fucking fiddle with it. I mean, there was one day I play, and then for some reason it'll just start working. Like, I don't, like, it really never made sense. Like, there was one day, I think it was in one of my Fallout videos. I don't know if I mentioned it in the video, but I was playing on, for the most part, I was playing on a smaller screen. Or, like, on the smaller screen. Oh, goody, the mold's down there. Because it just wasn't maximizing. And then, like, 15-20 minutes into the video, all of a sudden it's now maximized, right? There's more coming. Another one, because these things do pretty good damage to each other. And I mean, even if they end up killing the one I took control of, good God, they're doing. These things take a lot of fucking bullets. Well, I guess everything in this game really takes a lot of bullets. I mean, even like the base security personnel. When, even now with all the damage upgrades on my little pistol here, they still take 2 shots. Ow, you dirty fuck. Maybe I should get the zoom upgrade to this. I saw you in there. I don't know that I can actually go in that one, though. That looks like some crap I can't step on. No, looks like we're good. Yeah, okay. But yeah, I don't know. Weird happenings with my capture software, but it took me over 2 minutes, which, I mean, granted, 2 minutes, not a long time. When you have video recording, you know that until it goes full screen, you know, you're not going to, you're going to have to cut everything until it actually goes full screen. I mean, 2 minutes is a long time. Okay. Oh, there was a document there. That was a harder one to see, apparently. The deceased was redacted, year-old redacted with no signature. See, now, that's a big black mark, right? Like, even like the deceased was a presumably an age, presumably 2 digits, I would hope. But that looks like they're like you could fit 3 digits in there easily. And that the second black mark is going to be man or woman, and I feel like it's too long for woman. Like, that seems like an awfully long black mark just to have man or well. I'm going to assume it's woman considering the length of it, but anyway, with no significant past medical history, the subject was brought in after being discovered in the active threshold in an early state of decay that is characteristically fungal based in its appearance. During autopsy, the cadaver's pleural cavities were revealed to be entirely filled by the fungus known as the mold, to an extent that medical staff were forced to put on decontamination suits. The procedure was also hindered by anomalies such as the deceased's high body temperature and undulating torso muscles, presumably, but not provably caused by trapped gases. Routine samples as well as tissue samples requested by Dr. Underhill were successfully extracted, however, their rapid retrogression outside of the host body needs to be noted. Cause of death was ingestion. Alright. Don't eat the mold, kids. Speaking of mold, apparently the Last of Us TV show is pretty good. don't have HBO Max, so can't watch it. Even if I did, don't know if I would. I mean, I wouldn't be watching it until it all came out either way, but I mean, I enjoyed The Last of Us, but not enough to play the second game, and probably not enough to watch the TV show, probably. I mean, but apparently it's really good. I mean, they expanded on, there's a part in it, I don't remember it, but there's a part in the game where, like, you find a note from this guy, and they and they expanded on that by actually having, like, the whole episode based around him. There's been conflicting on whether or not that episode was any good. I mean, there's some people that say that it was great, but there are also people, because the whole episode is basically about a gay couple, there's, a lot of people who would say that it's great just because it was about a gay couple, It's like the same people are, it's like, oh, you didn't go and watch the movie Bros, therefore you're homophobic, right? Like those kinds of people. And then there's also people that, go the other way, where it's like, oh, it's about gay people, therefore it sucks. I mean, you have those people as well. But as for, like, the ones that I saw that actually regarded it, there's a lot of them that said that, like, it didn't really move the plot forward, which it wouldn't, an episode like that, because from what I understand, the majority of the episode takes place before the main, like, the part of the story where the main characters actually interact with it is obviously, because apparently they do stay true to the game, at least mostly, is them finding the note that the guy leaves, right? So, like, the majority of the episode, because from what I understand, it was the majority of the episode anyway, once again, never saw it myself, is all about this stuff that by the time the character, like the main characters that the people actually care about get there, like, everything's over, right? And they don't actually have any, and, like, the main characters don't have any interaction with the characters that the episode is about, right? Besides picking up this note. So, I mean, I can understand that not really moving the plot forward. It gives backstory to a plot point. Once again, I don't know how much of a plot point it is, because I don't know what the note is. I don't remember. It's been a long time since I played that part of the game. But I mean, if whatever the note said had, like, did like something important for the main characters, I could see it being that it could be considered moving the plot forward. I'll check the rest before I pick that up so I can finish my train of thought here. But yeah, if, like, whatever the note says or whatever they get out of the note doesn't really help the main characters in any way, yeah, I could see that. Then yeah, I wouldn't consider that really pushing the plot forward either. But anyway, let's read this. No unique procedures required. However, contact should be limited, as some report feeling disoriented after touching it. Okay, it's a globe. Item is handmade, set in dark wood. The item itself is lacquered, hand-painted, spins freely on all axes. While the continents and oceans are recognizably those of Earth, careful examination has revealed numerous redacted and other geographic additions that do not exist on our planet. One of these islands has a city marked on it, named Canrelio. There are no signatures left by its maker. Physical contact renders subjects dizzy and disoriented, with some reporting a feeling of unfamiliarity with their surroundings. This effect seems to grow worse with prolonged contact, culminating in a sense of listlessness and depression. Suicide has been observed in redacted handlers. See, now I feel like that's a number, and that's definitely a big enough space to have double digits, which you shouldn't need double digits to figure that out. So they touch it, and they feel dizzy and out of touch with their surroundings. So, like, they touch it, and it, like, modifies their brain to be, like, from the planet depicted or something. Well, there's a dead guy getting pushed by a door there. And I can talk into that microphone. I'm going to assume that that'll get me into the Panopticon, and P6, I do believe, is our brother cell. But yeah, supposedly they've already said that they're going to make a second season of The Last of Us, and that it's going to encompass the second game, which makes sense, except that I feel like with The Last of Us, I feel like the first game could encompass more than one episode. I mean, like, especially like if they're going to expand on something at... Oh, I need to clear up that weapon mods. Yeah, apparently, like, especially if they're going to expand on something like a random note that you pick up in the game, and they're going to make an entire episode about that one note, I feel like there's definitely enough in that game. Damage while aiming, 27, and this one's 29. Then I feel like there's definitely, because like I remember there was, I think I even mentioned this in my Let's Play of it, that there was like entire season, like you change seasons, like winter, like you go through basically, I want to say all 4 seasons, but like winter is the only season that you actually got like more. Well, no, because even then you get like an event per season, and I mean, granted, in the game they don't really talk about anything happening in between those parts, but I mean, like, that opens up like so much for 20%, 17, 12, 7, 22, 26, 9, 10. No. Actually, oh, right, because I did just pick up a weapon mod, which is actually a completely new mod, Blast Radius. Maybe it's like a grenade launcher then? But yeah, like, I feel like there was like a huge amount that they could have expanded upon, like, especially if they're, because like I don't remember very many of them, like none really stand out to me, but I know that they're like one of the main collectibles was like notes and shit in that game, right? Like I remember that, because I remember going through the entire game and I missed a single fucking picture or something, and it was, and like I realized it after I made it past the area that I could, and like I couldn't get back to it. What is this door? Is that a level 6 door? Because I know I haven't been in it. Oh, this is the door that I came in. Okay. Alright, let's talk to this and see.
P6 is what the Bureau calls Dylan.
Yeah, and his cell is breached.
Has the Hiss found him? Are you there with him? Can you protect him?
Nope, I am not. Okay, so that's Dylan. Alright, so we're going to the Panopticon, and I have no idea where to even begin with what that word might mean. Okay, so we're on the ceiling. Okay. There's nothing to... Well, that's not good. There's nothing to interact with these. Has it always... Like these doors over here never opened, right? Like the ones on the right side. It's only been the ones on the left side that have opened, right? Oh, I can interact... Oh. Okay. Is that it? Did I miss fiddling with the... Well, I mean, the painting is upside down in this room. Oh, but there we go, I got it. So did... I don't know. Who cares? I interacted with the thing and let me progress. Alright, let's find Dylan. It's very weird that that's how it opens up.
Since Dylan and I knew each other. I've wondered about him. What kind of man he'd grow up to be. Were things as hard for him as They were for me. Maybe in here, they were even harder.
I was gonna say, it probably wasn't the same level of difficulty. One of you definitely had it worse. I mean, I don't know how bad Dylan could have had it. I mean, he was, like, they did have people making, like, puppet shows and that for him, so at least at the beginning, I don't think that it was that bad.
Oh, hello.
Fuck is Langston?
Is there something I can help you with?
I'm Jessie, the new director. I need to get inside.
New director. Right. Well, okay. Hello, I'm Frederick Langston, the Panopticon supervisor. It's not the best time for a tour. We have hiss everywhere, numerous cell breaches, and system failures across the board, but you're the director, so here we go. Founded by Zachariah Trench, the Panopticon is our state-of-the-art repository for all altered items.
Don't have time for
objects
this.
of Power and...
I was told Dylan Faden was kept here. Can you help me find him?
Faden. Sure. Darling wanted him somewhere secure and isolated away from people. He's in the maximum security cells, upper level. But there's currently a pressing matter, ma'am. We've got an object of power loose in there, and it's wrecking the place. The Benikoff TV, it's a real doozy. Salvador took a team in to handle it, but no one's heard from them for hours. This is a Category 5 OOP we're talking about, and if we don't contain it soon, it will tear the Panopticon apart. And we don't want all those altered items getting loose, ma'am. No, trust me.
Dylan's in there.
Open the door, Langston. I'll handle it.
If you say so. I usually tell first-timers not to touch anything, so, just do that. Here, I'll get the door for you. And please, ma'am, call me Fred.
Thanks, Langston.
Wow. Go fuck yourself, Fred.
You guys didn't bring, like, checkers or anything, did you?
Any active duties...
C. No unique procedures required. Oh dear, diner coffee thermos. Altered status is suspected but unverified. Let's see. A blue coffee thermos with a white plastic cap and a logo of the Oh Dear Diner located in Bright Falls, Washington. The cap doubles as a mug. The item responds to Formula I-16, yet no discernible altered effect has been discovered other than keeping liquids warm for surprisingly long periods of time. It's also worth noting that the coffee from the thermos is always refreshing and strong, no matter its quality, before being poured into the item. The thermos was discovered on the shore of Cauldron Lake outside the town of Bright Falls. Both are known sites of a recurring AWE. According to witness statements, Alan Wake, who went missing shortly before the discovery of the thermos, has been seen redacted collecting similar thermoses for a redacted purpose. Alright, so clearly this is a collectible from Alone in the Dark. I mean, never played Alone in the Dark. I played one of them at some point, but for like a chapter. I don't even remember why I stopped playing.
Is the TV back in its box yet? No rush or anything, it's just, you know, an ongoing concern.
Do you like working at the FBC?
Sure. I mean, yeah, the drama's a bit much, but I get better benefits here than I would over at the Postal Service. I checked. Better healthcare. That's not to say I don't like my job, ma'am. Been here over 15 years. No one knows the Panopticon collection better than me. I'm, close to them, in a way.
I can't tell if that's creepy or normal here.
Yeah.
How do you keep the altered items under control?
It depends on the item. Each one has different needs. Ritualistic touches go a long way. Singing to them.
Did he say
Flipping
singing?
the lights 3 times, that sort of thing. It's not superstition if it works.
What's the difference between objects of power and altered items?
Think of them like storms. Objects of power are like tropical cyclones or hurricanes for the uneducated. They're big, rare, and scary. Of course, directors can just bind the OOP and become the eye of the storm. Altered items are more like weird thunderstorms. Some may rain frogs, some may rain corn, but they all rain something.
And how does the hiss factor into all that?
It's changing them, making them aggressive. Now they're all raining, I don't know, knives. Knife rain.
Nice metaphor.
This guy's weird, but he reminds me of an actor, and I can't quite think of which one.
Did you work closely with Trench?
Oh, he spent most of his time with Darling and all them. The inner circle. Not that I care.
Trench certainly had his favorites.
He did stop in occasionally to scowl and smoke. Did you know the Bureau has a no smoking policy? It does. Just not for Trench. Still, he is the one who put aside funding for the Panopticon. The man did have vision.
How did you get this job?
Started as a junior agent because my uncle knew a guy. From there I got put on a desk until an accident left the containment sector severely understaffed. At which point I got bumped up to management. Put in a steady 8 hours a day for another 10 years, and voila, supervisor.
I just picked up a gun.
Yep, you sure did.
Or a gun picked me.
Both can be true. You had to pick it up before it could pick you.
I'll see you later, Langston.
Alright, let's
I'll
go
be
see
here,
about this TV.
Like always.
The Panopticon. Dylan's close. But that object of power might wreck this place before I find him.
Okay, well, let's claim the control point. It's on the 4th floor, eh? Okay, so if this is an object of power, that means that it's going to give us another power. So the question is, what is the TV's power going to be? It could be levitation. I don't know why a TV would give me levitation. But it's not like anything else has made any real sense either. I mean, let's face it. Oh, they're up above me. Okay, well, let's get up there and deal with them. Oh wow, that actually worked. Yes, Mr. Ranger Man, I would like to borrow you. Charged weapon mod. Haven't used that one yet. I think that's... No, I think I can't remember. I can't remember if I've actually built all the weapon mods and just haven't used the charged one or not, because I think the charged one is the grenade launcher. And I'm not generally a huge fan of grenade launchers. They're fairly annoying to use in a lot of games. So unless I'm forced to. I mean, to be fair, it could be amazing. I don't know. There's a lot of games where, like, I haven't used the grenade launcher, and then they, like, halfway through the game, they finally, it's like, alright, you gotta use it. And I was like, alright. I'm like, man, this is awesome. Fortified Unit 714, eh? Okay. Well, I see that there's an elevator to the right. But this place is blocked off very weirdly. Oh, what do we got here? That looks like an old-timey cigarette. Nope, that would be a mailbox. Could have been an old-timey cigarette machine. It looked almost the same as they do in Fallout. We got a picnic basket. Fucking blasted door here, though, for some reason. Something fucking tore through there. Got here a fan. I really wish that they had files on all these, because I would love to know what the picnic basket does. We got a carnival hammer, I guess. So that's this universe's version of Mjolnir. Ooh, what's on floor 3? Well. That's intriguing. Well, I guess we're going to floor 4.
Something went wrong with the Bureau's plan to make Dylan the next director. Marshall made it sound like it was all Dylan's fault, but how much of it was what the Bureau did to him?
I mean, it could have been the thing in your head. I mean, I'm not saying that, like, the thing in her head is all could be evil. I mean, it could be. We know nothing about it, but at least the one in her head doesn't. The one in his head could be different, even if it is the same one. He just may not have handled it as well. I mean, I see something's coming up to kill me, and it's not letting me take my gun out. Oh, no. Yeah, maybe. We still had that one guy, the communications director, that we never got to kill, that ran away from us. I don't remember his name. So, I mean, it could be him. I mean, whatever Dylan is, he must be powerful. Well, that's probably not a good sign. Because, I mean, he has his own cell in this place. Like he has his own floor in this place.
Is anyone there?
There's a fridge.
What are you doing in there?
Oh, thank God! Look, someone has to watch this object at all times, or it deviates. My shift replacement never showed up. Can you help me?
Damn.
I can't, I'm sorry. There's an emergency. I'll come back, I promise.
Okay, just don't forget. I can't stare at this thing much longer.
Why does it let me activate it after Dylan has been found? Yeah. Why does it let me, like, whatever. Right, I can't do any of that. Okay, so that must be the fridge then that we found the OneNote for. Where the woman was talking about where, like, it collapsed the fucking building around it and killed her kid. But, like, all of the pictures that he had drawn on it were still fine. Damn it. Oh, nice. I can actually take control of these guys? Oh, I didn't think I'd be able to do that one. I mean, I figured I'd need that upgrade to get them. I mean, yeah, I'll take that. It doesn't seem like it's going to be doing me much good, but I mean... I was reloading, so I mean, it takes them out the picture where it otherwise wouldn't have. I don't know why I'm going down here to check if there was anything. I mean, there wasn't before, but...
It's reinforcements!
Let's take over some more rangers. Because they're generally... I do like the rangers, because I mean, it doesn't take me very long to take them over, and they do seem to do a decent amount of work. They may not be like super strong or anything, but I mean, they still last longer and they do damage, so. Fortified Unit 716. Get rid of the floaters before we go in. The Twisted Passage. I don't know what Benikoff TV.
That's the object of power.
I don't know what
I need to
Benikoff
cleanse
means.
it.
I don't know what Benikoff, like what that is. Well, that's not a good thing to not. Is Benikoff the guy who made like the weird stair paintings? Okay. Come here, TV. This is fucking cool, though. Oh, that's probably not good. Okay, I mean... Wow, alright. But I don't want to drop in there. That looks like a lot of fucking enemies to fight, and not a huge amount of cover to do it in. Nope, still not gonna let me through. Alright. I found Salvador. Yep, I saw myself dying there very easily. I mean, as soon as the other enemies showed up, I wasn't really, like, they were everywhere, so they were automatically going to drop and manage to get a shot on me, and like I said, you don't get enough health for damaging them, and even when you do get health, the health is, like, if you haven't killed them, the health is next to them, like, and, like, what are you supposed to do with that? Like, it's like, oh, I'm damaged, I need to heal, but the only place that I have that I can heal is next to the guy trying to kill me, you know? Like, I don't mind the doing damage to heal, but it needed to be done better for sure. I don't know that I'm going the right way again. I think so. Like, it definitely isn't the best. I mean, it's not horrible by any means, but there's just it's if you're taking the damage, basically you're taking the damage, you know? Like, there's very little you can do to recover in between. And especially in a situation like this, where you drop down him. These two. Here and get rid of this prick. Oh my god, where the hell is the rest? Where the hell is this other grenade launcher prick? There's somebody else. It was the grenade launcher prick.
That thing.
It should never have been accessible to low clearance staff in the first place.
Was Salvador the head of security? His team didn't stand a chance against the Hiss. No one here does.
Except for you. God, that Pierce, though, again, like, I got him in the head a couple times there, and it fucking tanked his health.
Okay. TV.
Yeah, I
Power going nuts.
Like, I see what the TV does, but I don't see what it's going to do. Oh, here's the anchor thing. The crew of the White Ocelot first encountered a strange spherical phenomenon while fishing in the Redacted. Witnesses described it as a black sphere with faint light behind it. It hovered just off the bow of the ship. The crew redacted by throwing a tin bucket, which disappeared into the sphere. Soon after, the vessel lost structural integrity. The ship's metal rusted and fell apart within minutes. As the ship sank, the sphere lowered into the water. A passing fishing vessel called the Redacted rescued the 4 surviving crew. Agents were dispatched to the White Ocelot's last known coordinates, which were redacted, and began diving operations. On the ocean floor, the agents found the sphere. The ship was entirely destroyed except for its anchor. As agents lifted the anchor off the ocean floor, they noticed the sphere behaved in conjunction with the anchor, moving and stopping as one. Contact with the sphere was avoided by handling the anchor proved harmless. The item was transported by the Redacted to the U.S. port of Redacted. Upon arriving in New York, it was brought into the Bureau via the Redacted. But if the anchor is moving at the same thing as the sphere, and the sphere is destroying everything around it, how did you get it here without the sphere following it and destroying everything about it? But yeah, I don't know what the fuck power I'm gonna get from this. I mean, this, like, I don't know. Once again, I don't know what we get the levitation power from, so. Babysitter. Oh, levitate! Superhero over the obstacle. It is levitate, then. Okay, so levitate isn't... Like, you can't just fly around. Like, and it's on a timer. I kind of expected it to just drain your focus, but I see that it doesn't do that. Huh. I mean, whatever, it lets me get around this. I mean... So yeah, it's more of a hover than... Well, I guess that's what a levitate is. I mean, levitate isn't... A while levitating to fall, A while falling to slow fall, safely controlling the descent. Oh my, that's a lot. I mean, did I even need to do that? Or maybe they were just there for, like, health? It's not bad. I feel like the controls could be a little better. Because, like, that right there, right? Like, I accidentally, you know, my finger came off of A for a second and I just put it back on immediately, right? Which, you know, unfortunately... yeah, which unfortunately, you know, dropped me, right? So I feel like the controls could be a little better for it, but because of what it is, I feel like it's probably fine. Newsflash, APB. The hiss static attempts to reach us. Our broadcast must survive.
Dealt with the TV. Now I can find Dylan.
Obtain levitate ability. Done. So you guys know what that means. We get to fucking investigate this, but we'll go find Dylan first. We've been going 46 minutes. Yeah, so I mean, we're... Oh, goody. This part. Explodey bitch. Good God, why can't I fucking hit him? Yeah, get him, buddy. Yeah, so having these two fight each other is pointless because you can't hit them with the power, with the psychic power, and that's the only thing that they can attack with. So they are therefore worthless for when they're fighting another one of their own kind. Alright, I feel like there's going to be a document or something up here, right? No? Really? Wow, I really thought there would have been. Man, it really fucked this place up. Oh. Really? Fuck you. Go fuck yourself, game. I realize A, while falling to slow fall and stop damage, but that fall was rather fast. I feel like once you get levitate, she should just automatically do that. And if anything, it should be like you hit A while slow falling to then not slow fall, right? But yeah, we got levitate now. So should we just go and I don't know. I kind of feel like we should go up and find Dylan now so that we can explore next part, but at the same time, I do wish that the levitate was higher though. Because like that's as high as you can go. See, like I can't even get higher than that. There we go. Yeah, I can see why they didn't give this to you earlier. I can definitely see myself breaking some mechanics with this. I do enjoy jumping around. Hey, look, it's the paddle boat that we learned about. That likes to launch stuff. Alright, so his cell should be just over here, right? Yeah. Got a water cooler. Oh, we read about that one too. We got a crowbar. I don't think we've read about that one.
Dylan. He's so close.
Is he though? Well, that's probably not good that both doors. Oh my. Good God, Dylan.
Hello? Can you hear me? Jesse.
Yes? Oh my.
Are you there? Jesse?
Emily? He's gone. Dylan isn't here. He might be nearby. Or maybe the hiss got to him. I don't know.
Jesse, listen. Dylan's here. With us. He just walked in. He says he is giving himself up. He's been affected by the hiss, but he is different than the others. We must isolate him.
I'm on my way. We need to get back. I have to see my brother.
Okay, well, I mean, we still don't have level 6 clearance, right? Okay. I just wanted to make sure that I didn't. Alright. Dylan fading daily observations. Breakfast is brought, gets out of bed, uses toilet, returns to bed, asks for television to be turned off, staff do so, lunch is brought, breakfast is removed. Eats lunch, uses toilet, begins talking to self, recording speech is not possible due to noise from television, becomes upset, throws lunch tray at glass, sedated, crew clean the cell, television is turned off, comes to, asks for television to be turned on, staff refuse, sleeps, television producers were refused due to hostile behavior. Alright. Oh, here's the TV. No unique containment procedures required while bound. CRT television built by Benikoff and Sons Electrics. The screen is still functional. The object can levitate itself off the ground to a maximum observed altitude of redacted. When bound, the object allows para-utilitarians to harness this effect for their own use. See report redacted. Further results tested with prime candidate redacted. The object currently bound by redacted. The object was first discovered in a local news story from redacted Kansas. A figure had been seen redacted over buildings, so levitating. The Bureau dispatched agents to the town who discovered that a man named Redacted had bound himself to the object. Mr. Redacted was detained. The object was brought to the Bureau for study. Oh, and yeah, fucking Hotline had one too. God. Alright, this will be the last thing. Control points again. You reach Tether through control points into the Bureau house. Nexus threshold area codes. Allows for access. You can. Okay, so now it's telling me about fast travel. How far into this game are we? That these hotline things are showing up? Because I remember the last hotline thing that we got was fairly worthless as well, because it was like a basic mechanic that I had been using forever. Like, alright, we're just going to end the part here. Next part, we'll explore Dylan's cell, and then we'll go back to the executive sector and talk to him. But that'll be it for this part. Thanks everybody for watching, and I will see you on Saturday for more.